Welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah.
You know those headlines, right? The ones promising AI is like this magic button for instant wealth?
Yeah, the ones that say you just tell some robots, go make me money, and you can just kick back.
Exactly. Sounds pretty tempting, doesn't it?
It really does tap into that fantasy. But let's, get real right from the start here.
Okay.
The fundamental principles of business, they haven't really changed. You still need traffic. You still need good content.
Promotion.
Promotions are absolutely crucial. And, at the heart of it all, you need a genuinely valuable offer, something that solves a real problem for a real person.
And understanding who that person is, the customer avatar, landing pages, the copy, all that stuff.
Exactly. Understanding and actually orchestrating all those pieces, that's still totally non-negotiable.
Okay, so if AI isn't that magic button and the basics are still the basics, what is the big deal? What's the game changer here for, say, solopreneurs?
Well, I think it really comes down to one powerful word: speed.
Speed.
Okay. Yeah, the sheer velocity, the pace at which you can get all those essential things done.
So this deep dive then, it's really about how AI acts as this accelerant for the one-person business,
Yeah,
letting you focus on the stuff you actually like doing, maybe.
precisely. While still mastering all those crucial business bits, our mission today is really to unpack how AI, used strategically, with the right prompts, the right workflows, how it can dramatically boost your productivity, your effectiveness. We want to show you how this tech can empower creators, solopreneurs, anyone looking to scale from, say, zero to a significant income.
Not by skipping the work, though.
No, definitely not by skipping it, but by turbocharging it.
Got it. So it sounds like AI speeds things up, but the human elements, like really understanding your customer, crafting something truly valuable, those are still irreplaceable. AI magnifies a good strategy, maybe, rather than just creating one out of nothing. Is that fair?
That's spot on. It's actually striking how many entrepreneurs, even really brilliant ones at, say, content creation,
Yeah.
they really dislike or struggle with other parts. Like, think about the grind of market research or brainstorming endless headline ideas, or just the nitty-gritty of marketing execution.
Oh, yeah, that dislike barrier can be a huge bottleneck, right?
Exactly. And this is precisely where AI steps in. It becomes this critical tool for, let's call it, effective outsourcing. It handles the tasks you'd rather avoid.
And it's not like AI just shows up as this ready-made marketing genius or star writer from day one.
No, not at all. But here's the really cool part. AI can be trained. It learns from enormous amounts of internet data, sure, but also from specific expert knowledge. Think principles from top marketing courses or writing guides.
So it's like having a super apprentice for every skill you need, allow you to focus on your strengths, maybe
Yeah.
the creative side or product stuff.
Exactly. It's not replacing your skill, it's leveraging it. Think about it. Getting really, really good at offer creation, social media, copywriting, that traditionally takes, 5 to 10 years?
Easily, yeah.
But if we train AI on the principles, the data from, the legendary marketers, it can slash that learning curve and maybe more importantly, the execution time.
So you're not avoiding learning, but you're applying advanced strategies almost immediately, like skipping years of trial and error.
You're getting there much faster. It turns that long learning curve into a rapid application cycle.
Okay, now let's talk about the big shiny number, the $1 million dream. Because let's be honest, that often feels like pure clickbait,
That
right?
definitely grabs attention.
For most people, though, a really life-changing income might be, I don't know, $50,000, $100,000 a year. We should probably set some realistic sights, but also understand the mechanics if someone is aiming higher.
Absolutely. And if we just look at the math for $1 million a year, you're talking $83,333 a month,
Wow.
which breaks down to about $2,777 every single day.
Sounds huge.
It sounds daunting, yeah, but it's just arithmetic. What's really changing is how AI can help break down the traditional time and resource barriers to hitting numbers like that.
And there are different ways to get there, different paths. Like you could sell, $1,850 products every day?
Right? Or if you're doing subscriptions, maybe 111 subs at $25 each daily.
Okay. Or for freelancers, coaches, maybe landing one $5,000 client every couple of days.
Or one $10,000 client every 4 days, or, some combination.
Sure, a mix.
But the key thing AI helps with is achieving the traffic and the content volume needed for those targets. It turns what used to be this long manual grind into something much more systematic, much faster.
Right, traffic. That's the big one, especially for products or subscriptions.
It's the absolute cornerstone. Let's take that $150 product example again. If your landing page converts at, say, 2.5%, which is
Mm.
pretty standard.
Mm.
You need 720 visitors every day to make those 18 sales.
720 people. Okay, that's a concrete number.
Very concrete. And AI dramatically impacts your ability to actually get those eyeballs.
So where do those 720 people come from? The usual suspects. Social media ads, SEO.
Yeah, the traditional routes, ads, SEO, maybe influencer marketing, word of mouth. But we're really highlighting social media as a prime starting point, especially when you add AI into the mix.
Why social specifically?
Well, for starters, it's free, it's accessible, and a lot of the big names, gurus like Alex Hormozy, they often point to social as one of the best sources for traffic and building audience leverage, particularly when you're starting out.
Right.
And AI can seriously amplify what you do there.
It's crucial to remember social media success is a skill,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's not just luck or praying to the algorithm gods.
Definitely skill-based.
But how does AI make a skilled person even more potent on social? Does it risk making things feel, I don't know, less authentic? Or does it actually free you up to be more authentic?
That's a great point about authenticity. Look, the goal isn't usually for AI to write everything blindly. It's about handling the heavy lifting, the ideation, the first drafts. If you are skilled at social and you leverage AI effectively, you can achieve really significant reach. We're talking maybe 10,000 to 50,000 YouTube views per video,
Wow.
and maybe 500,000 to 1 million impressions a month on platforms like LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter. Getting those 720 clicks we talked about out of hundreds of thousands of impressions,
This at least seems doable.
it becomes very achievable.
Yeah.
Because AI helps you create the sheer volume and maintain the quality of content needed to consistently reach those kinds of audiences.
Okay, this is where it gets really practical and exciting. How do we actually use AI for all this? You mentioned an outsourcing framework.
Yeah, think of it as using specific AI tools to streamline creating those crucial business assets. It's like a system where each step builds on the last one.
So that's step one.
So first up, your personal brand strategy. AI can generate a pretty comprehensive blueprint.
Like what? What's in the blueprint?
Things like identifying your ideal target audience, your domain of mastery, your unique skills, your interests, tons of content inspiration. It can even suggest social media positioning, bio ideas,
Wow.
potential monetization strategies, services, products, a content strategy framework, a calendar outline, even platform-specific strategies.
This is a massive jumpstart. Instead of staring at a blank page, you've got a strategic map to work with. Okay, next.
Next up, customer avatar generation.
Ah, yes. I remember trying to do this manually. Felt like guesswork, honestly.
Yeah.
So many entrepreneurs struggle with market research. It takes forever, and you're never sure if you got it right.
Oh, that struggle is incredibly common. But AI, because it's trained on so much internet data, can create amazingly detailed customer avatars.
How detailed?
We're talking demographics, psychographics, expert insights into their actual needs, their buying behaviors, even what media they consume.
So way beyond basic demographics.
Way beyond. It saves huge amounts of time and gives you much greater accuracy than just trying to guess. You're not just vaguely imagining who you're talking to. You have a data-informed profile.
Okay, so you know who you're talking to. What about what you're offering them? The irresistible offer blueprint. This feels like another major sticking point for beginners, right? Making something compelling that you actually feel confident selling.
Absolutely. And this is where AI can be incredibly helpful. It basically constructs an offer based on your brand and that detailed customer avatar we just talked about.
How does it do that?
It can recommend really precise positioning. For example, maybe framing your offer as an anti-positive thinking solution. It generates a clear value equation, how your offer delivers more value than it costs. It lists out clear features and benefits. And crucially, it helps define a unique mechanism.
Unique mechanism. Like the how.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The how your solution is different, your proprietary method, your distinct approach, something like a negative to positive transmutation method. It makes it clear why your offer is special.
Okay, that makes sense.
Plus, it outlines quantifiable outcomes. Think, a 90% reduction in future-related anxiety and clear purpose within 30 days. Measurable results. It might even propose a guarantee, like a clarity guarantee.
That's really powerful, especially for things that seem abstract, like you mentioned a philosophy product. It connects it to real problems people have, like anxiety or feeling lost.
Precisely. It makes the intangible tangible and commercially viable.
All right, so we have the brand strategy, the deep customer understanding, the irresistible offer. Next logical step, getting it online. Persuasive landing page generation.
Yep. AI takes all that groundwork, the avatar, the offer, and crafts high-converting landing page copy.
No more staring at that blinking cursor for hours trying to write the perfect headline. My therapist will be so relieved.
Haha. Exactly. The output is usually incredibly detailed. You'll get multiple headline variations, subheadlines, a compelling lead that often dives right into the customer's pain points,
Mm-hmm.
a section about the transformation you offer, the actual offer introduction, even placeholders for testimonials.
So it gives you a really solid first draft.
A very detailed and effective first draft. It saves immense time, especially if you're not a professional copywriter. You basically shift from having to write the whole thing from scratch to strategically editing and refining it.
Okay, makes sense. And finally, circling back to traffic, the crucial piece.
Wow.
Content creation at scale. This is where you really start feeding the machine, consistently getting your message out there.
Right. And the capabilities here are pretty extensive. AI can generate like 50 plus content ideas based on your brand and audience.
50.
Easily. It can create viral style social posts, actual text posts, or even video scripts for things like TikToks or Reels. It can draft Twitter threads or Instagram carousels, full YouTube scripts, newsletters, articles.
Wow.
There's even this cool feature where AI can analyze an existing successful YouTube video's structure
Yeah.
and then help you populate that same structure, but with your unique insights, your voice, your style. So you're kind of replicating successful formats, but making them authentically yours.
Okay, that's right. That's incredible. AI can help strategize, research, write offers, write landing pages, write content, but there's always a but, isn't there?
There is.
We have to underline this. AI is the tool. It's not the replacement for you doing the work, right? Consistent execution is still key.
Precisely, 100%. All these amazing AI-generated assets, the strategy, the avatar, the offer, the copy, the content ideas, none of it turns into actual money unless you consistently do the things you need to do.
Yeah.
The work of showing up, implementing, publishing, engaging, that's still on you. AI just makes that work faster and potentially much more effective.
That's such a critical point. It makes you
Yeah.
think about all the hours we used to sink into just
Mhm.
drafting this stuff. And here's a little side thought. AI can even help with the execution part, like accountability.
That's true. You can use AI to help break down your big goals into smaller, actionable steps. Or even prompt it to act like a sort of personal growth advisor to keep you on track. It's really about empowering you to do the necessary work just faster and smarter.
So to wrap up this deep dive then, the core message isn't AI lets you avoid work. It's more like,
It's that AI is an incredible tool for acceleration. It lets you streamline these really complex business processes. You can effectively outsource tasks you dislike or aren't great at. And ultimately, you can achieve results much, much faster than was ever possible before.
especially for the solopreneur.
Especially. It's about leveraging this amazing technology to empower your own core strengths, your unique ideas, and getting them out into the world in a way that, honestly, just wasn't feasible a few years ago.
So the final thought for you listening, if AI can handle so much of the business stuff you find tedious or difficult, the market research, the sales copy, the content drafting, what is that fundamental, enjoyable, truly unique skill or perspective that you have? The thing that AI can help you amplify and bring to the world so much more quickly. Think about that journey that maybe seemed too long, too hard before. Could AI now make it surprisingly accessible for you?